body's definition. But it is very sad, isn't it, when you work all year towards this end, you get to the Final Four, you have a chance to make a statement, as Venus Williams did, because she wasn't playing badly, and she had been in 3 Grand Slam finals. She gets injured and has to withdraw.
Oh, it really is a sad way for anybody to end the year, but particularly in the semifinals of the year-end championship. And Venus, to my knowledge, I don't remember her ever quitting in the middle of a match because of an injury. She's had lots of injury problems, particularly tendonitis of wrists and knees. But this was something different, and you really saw a different face on Venus Williams, a very distraught, unhappy face as she walked out with her sister next to her father and her father, and it was just a very sad moment and very difficult year for Venus.
Mary Jo, on the other hand, for Kim Clijsters, as sad as it is how she had to get here, this is a huge opportunity for Clijsters, isn't it?
It definitely is, and I really feel that Kim Clijsters legitimately had a shot to win, even if Venus had been healthy. She's been playing great this fall. This week, she's barely lost games in her first 2 rounds. She's probably going to go out and hit a few balls this afternoon just to keep that intensity up, but she's had a tremendous fall, so I think that she really deserves to be in the final. It is sad that Venus couldn't compete. You could tell right from the beginning of the match that Venus was struggling. I mean, she was favoring that other leg, and to see tears in Venus's eyes at the end of the match was really, really hard.
Yeah, it really was too bad. You know, I think these injuries, one of the reasons they come up, there's so many different kinds of surface changes, but Venus, remember, only played 1 match since the U.S. Open, and the other night against Monica Seles, she just had to push herself all over the court, even with the day off yesterday, Mary Jo. Obviously, there was something there that she just could not overcome.
I think you nailed it right there, Pam. Not a lot of match tennis, and then Monica Seles just ran her from side to side, and you could just tell that Venus today was struggling. She was hurting. That was a heavy strapping she had on her leg, and what a way to end the year. But hopefully, you know, she'll have some time off now. She can regroup, get herself together, get healthy, and then challenge Serena next year.
Look, it hasn't all been downhill. I mean, it has been a pretty good ride for Venus. She gets to the final of Wimbledon. She had a very good summer. And had she not lost at the U.S. Open to her sister, this would have been a dramatically different year for her overall, really.
Oh, definitely. There was only one player that dominated her, and that was her sister. And remember, going into this year, it was all about Venus Williams dominating Serena, and it all turned around in March in Miami, and then the 3 majors. I mean, who would have thought that the younger sister, Serena, would have beaten Venus, who'd won 4 majors the last couple of summers, 2 U.S., 2 Wimbledons. But Serena really was able to turn around, and we don't know. Venus is very stoic. We do not know how much this has really upset her physically, emotionally, the fact that her sister has really dominated her this year.
So match number 1 is over. We have a finalist, and it is a surprise finalist, Kim Clijsters of Belgium. But coming up, it is Serena Williams and Jennifer Capriati, the 2 biggest names, maybe, in women's tennis.
Ian from Portland asks, how do pro bowlers prepare for tough matches?
Actually, Ian, I try to visualize my opponents. What?
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Chris.
Get to know them. The Banquet Classic, next Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
I'm Dan Patrick in the ESPN Radio Chopper. Radio marketing is all about promotions. That's why we're blanketing the country with these ESPN radio bats. You can log on to ESPNradio.com and find out more about stations in your area, or you can listen online. So just tune in, and if you happen to catch one of these bats, enjoy!
Now in San Diego, ESPN Radio 800. ESPN. ESPN Radio AM 800.
I invited the guys from the Hobby Hut to help me with a taste test.
Who's that?
Focus. I've totally reworked my Bacon Ultimate Cheeseburger. It's way juicier, the smoky bacon's thicker, heck, the buns are bigger just to hold it. I'm so confident it's my best ever that if Jason doesn't love it, I'll give him my jet with stewardess Miss K.
Who wants worm nuts?
Yeah! What do you think?
It's fantastic.
Oh, no! You're an honest man!
time you expected more from an insurance company. Because at Progressive.com, you can get our price for car insurance, plus the rates of other big-name companies. And that could save you hundreds.
We can help you save money, even if it's not with us.
Call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE now or visit Progressive.com. Compare rates and buy a policy instantly. We can help you save money, even if it's not with us. You could start saving now. Call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Not what you'd expect from an insurance company.
Way cool. Way to my heart. Talk this way. Think of another way. Way to go. One way, two way, ways to get it done. My way. For the highway. Do you know the way? See the world in a beautiful way and see the Milky Way. By the way, I can do all this with Gateway, a better way.
This is the show time. This is Los Angeles. And this is the walk-on for live coverage of match number 2. The 2002 Home Depot Championships presented by Porsche. It is the year-ending championship for the year. And there is one place left in the final. And one of these two, Serena Williams or Jennifer Capriati, will occupy that spot to take on Kim Clijsters in the championship match. You know, the rivalry between these two has been very interesting. I will just say this about Jennifer Capriati, having won 3 slams now. She will not take a backseat to anybody, including the Williamses, in her own mind.
Jennifer Capriati is not intimidated by anybody. However, this year it's been all about Serena Williams during this rivalry. In 01, though, it was a different story. It was all about Jennifer Capriati dominating Serena. It's been a very interesting flip-flop, Mary Jo, as we've seen them take turns the last 2 years.
Well, in 2001, Jennifer dominated their rivalry, but still, they had very close matches. It's only been a few points here and there that made the difference, and I think it's been the mental game that's been the turning point. In 2001, they played in Miami, and they would have a tough battle. Both players hit the ball so hard, they go for the shots, little room for error. They track so many balls down, so it really puts a lot of pressure on both of them to come up with a little something extra. Capriati was the one that had the confidence in 2001. At Wimbledon, Serena would serve for this match. She would get tight, get a little bit nervous, and not have enough courage to close it out. And of course, Capriati, known for her great comebacks, would storm back and win this match in 3 sets.
That was the last time that Jennifer Capriati beat Serena Williams. That was 0-1 at Wimbledon. You move ahead to 2002, and the tables had definitely turned as Serena Williams started to dominate women's tennis.
The belief started to be there for Serena Williams. She started to control her nerves so much better. And at this year's French Open, in the semifinals, Serena would not play her best in the beginning, but she still hung in there, started to find the lines, and started to dictate the play when she had to. Great backhand cluster winner on match point. She would become #1 in the world, Serena, right after Wimbledon. And what a dominating year. And this week, she hasn't looked 100%. She was not happy with the way she's played so far, but we've seen her step it up when she has to.
Well, 15 months, we've seen just an incredible change come over Serena Williams. And 15 months ago, it was really Jennifer Capriati who'd been dominating women's tennis. Remember, she won the first 2 majors of 2001. And when she defeated Serena Williams at that Wimbledon, she was still in line to win, possibly, the Grand Slam. This year, obviously highlighted by the win at the Australian Open, that amazing final when Capriati fought off only 4 championship points to defeat somebody by the name of Martina Hingis, who wasn't even able to post here.
So we are not going to see an all-Williams final in this championship, which in a certain way is quite a good thing, because it is so difficult to pull for a sister-sister rivalry, because they're almost like one person. We will see something different. In Jennifer Capriati's case, though, this is somebody that you can pull for and pull against. This is going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and I thought it was so interesting yesterday. They asked Jennifer Capriati, did she feel she was the underdog? She said, absolutely not. I've been in every single match. It's just been a couple points here and there, and I think I can win.
And let's remember, she only won 1 match this fall since the U.S. Open coming into this year-end championship, but we saw a little bit of a confidence roll the other day in the 3rd set against Maggie Maleva, and you know she's ready to go right now.
This is going to be the best of the best here in women's tennis this year-ending championship. It is the semi-final. It is Serena Williams in the semifinal against Jennifer Capriati. Williams with 3 slam titles. Jennifer with 1. Back live in a minute.
Circle back to Cincinnati with those figures, you know. I'm worried about that.
Oh, no. It's off? Okay, I'll be right there. Guys, I gotta go.
I think we can achieve substantial organ penetration in the Pacific Rim.
That's awful. Really sorry, but I have to go.
The new Boxster. It is, perhaps, the perfect getaway car.
The bay is so beautiful.
It's just so peaceful here. Oh, it's breathtaking, huh? Would that make a great postcard?
Wow, check this out.
It's just gorgeous, isn't it?
This is such a charming little town.
Hey, look at that little crab boat.
Wow, what a sunset.
You tired, sweetie?
It's a little motel right up the street here.
Oh, perfect. Oh, no.
Can I help you? Got a flashlight?
Cove Point Lighthouse.
Wow.
Now that's a flashlight.
Welcome to Maryland.
Thank you.
Just one of the many authentic treasures of Maryland. For a vacation the whole family will treasure, call now and ask for your free vacation guide, Destination Maryland. It has everything you need to enjoy Maryland's world-famous sights and attractions year-round. Also inside is a special Maryland Passport discount travel card. Plus, get a special edition print of Cove Point Lighthouse. Call now.
Experience the treasures of Maryland. Call for your free vacation guide. Maryland, welcome.
Keep our highways beautiful. The 911 Carrera.
Well, the rain has cleared up, and this weather here today in Los Angeles is absolutely fantastic. It is as clear as a bell. Inside here, the Home Depot Championships presented by Porsche. Serena Williams, the #1 player in the world, taking on Jennifer Capriati, the #3 player in the world, for a place in this championship match.
And we'll see what kind of an emotional roller coaster that the ride's been for Serena the last half hour, as she takes to this semifinal, having seen her older sister forced to retire with the injury. Her indoor match record is perfect. That #1 ranking looks pretty good. She's just had one of those greatest years in all-time women's tennis history.
Pretty amazing. She was ranked number 10 this time last year. A lot of hard work, a lot of commitment. She's been healthy. And just that belief, that inner belief that she's the best in the world.
Well, these two have played 10 meetings. 7 have been 3 sets. We all are loving this rivalry. What about you, Serena?
Jennifer and I always have very tough matches, and I think there'll definitely be a sellout crowd because we always go 3 sets, it seems. I don't know what it is. We just have, I don't know, we just always play each other so tough, and we just always have this tenacity. I think we both want to win so bad that it just brings out the best in us. So I just have to make sure, again, I'm really focused, and I have to make sure my serve's working well for me.
They really do bring out the best in each other. Capriati, 26 years old, lives in Florida, trains in Florida. She would love to end the year with a huge win over Serena, break that momentum, get that rivalry back on her side a little bit.
And for Capriati, she realizes that if she is to win this championship, she does not have to defeat both Williams sisters back-to-back. And that's something that Martina Hingis, when she was sitting on top of women's tennis all those years, even Hingis couldn't do that for the longest time. And so I think mentally it's really a different match now for Capriati.
It's a different approach for sure. Definitely in the back of her mind, she knows that this is the big match right here. If she can get through this, she knows that she can defeat Kim Clijsters.
Well, Jennifer Capriati started the year, and she had us on the edge of our seats. It was just incredible. 10 months ago, down in Australia, she was trying to defend her championship. Her first major was won the year before in 2001 in Melbourne. And she's been through to the finals 4 different times. The ranking went back and forth with Venus Williams. She went back and forth to 1 to 2 to 1 to 2. Now she sits at #3. And it has not been as memorable a year as 2001, but still outstanding with the one major.
Still very solid and an emotional win down in Australia. She had all the pressure in the world on her to defend her title. She was the first woman to win a major after saving 4 match points, and it was so hot, the conditions were so tough. It was really an all-around great effort.
I don't remember a guy fighting off 4 championship points winning a major. I think it was the first time in tennis history. Forget women's tennis.
10 times these two have played. This will be their 5th meeting this year. The last meeting came at the French Open when Capriati had a set, was actually looking in pretty good shape in the second set when Serena turned the tables and would win 6-2 in the third.
You see that score. The match before that was 6-2, 3-6, 7-5. The match before that was 7-5, 7-6, 7-4 in the tiebreak, and the match before that was 6-4, 4-6, 6-4. How about that for some close scores, Cliff?
We have seen so far today Venus Williams, the number 2 seed, having to pull out against Kim Clijsters, the number 6 seed. So Clijsters is waiting for the winner. That's why I was interested in your comment, Pam, when you said that this sort of changes the dynamic of this match, because I think to some extent it does. It is not Venus Williams who stands waiting for the winner of this match. It is instead Kim Clijsters. Not to denigrate anything about Kim Clijsters as the dad watches. This is Serena and Venus's Richard. So the winner of this will play Clijsters for what amounts to the World Championship.
I think everybody in here just about is a dad of a player.
You're going to tell us who that was, aren't you?
Yeah, it was Stefano Capriati, who was looking pretty spiffy last night in a suit, pinstripe suit. It's back to the normal watching his daughter gear.
Yesterday we talked about how important the serve for Serena is in the outcome of her matches. It gives her so much confidence when the first serve is firing. I look for it today against Jennifer, a great returner.
You're going to say the exact same thing when Jennifer throws the first ball up.
On the flip side, it's even more important for Jennifer to get a high percentage of first serves in.
Because they both move well, they've played each other enough, they have a fair idea of the trends within the rally. That's why it makes for such a great rivalry.
Is this passion to win something that you are born with, or you can learn?
I think you're born with it. I think it comes from inside, and these two have it. That desire.
A little bit of that growl. It's a pretty bad growl. Crowds often pull for the underdog. I think in this game you can kind of hear the crowd getting behind Jennifer a bit. This is unusual to see Capriati holding up play for a couple seconds.
And Venus Williams.
Against Maleva, Capriati looked more comfortable returning serve than serving.
first game of the match.
Point of the week.
Can it get any better than this? This is why it's such a great rivalry.
Well, if the crowd felt a little shortchanged after that first semifinal, it may equal out after the first game of the second one.
Break point.
Good to have a big smile on your face in the first game. Helps you relax. Not to mention the heart rate being up around 200 after a rally like that.
No smile after that return to serve at break point. Deuce.
And finish Capriati.
Break of serve. Serena Williams has had an extraordinary year. It started off not so well. She sprained her ankle the tournament before the Australian Open. Couldn't play there, but then the rest of the year, she ran the tables at the majors.
Pretty impressive, beating Venus in all 3 finals. She would win 8 titles this year, more than any other player, and she finally got that #1 ranking after she won Wimbledon. It was an impressive year. She was 10 at the beginning of the year, and after she got back from injury, I mean, she just never looked back. And I thought the big difference was mentally when she was able to beat Venus for the first time in Miami. She destroyed her.
So the break of serve for Capriati. Her problem is holding serve.
Saw that graphic where Serena won, the only player to win on all 4 major surfaces. And remember, before 2002, she'd never been past the quarterfinals on any clay court tournament.
We knew the rest of the field was in trouble when we saw her game in Berlin develop her patience. She started to use angles to open up the court.
Venus had a similar jump in maturity after 1999, before Venus won 2 years in a row, both Wimbledon and the U.S. Open.
Live coverage Home Depot Championships presented by Porsche. Cliff Drysdale, Pam Shriver, Mary Jo Fernandez. This is the second semi-final. We have a finalist. Her name is Kim Clijsters. This is Serena Williams and Jennifer Capriati.
If you're just joining us, Venus Williams had a leg strain, was not able to complete the match, defaulted or withdrew at 5-love, first set.
Game, Capriati.
Really holds on, 2 games to love.
Capriati leads 2 games to love.
Good hold for Capriati. I was talking to Stefano Capriati before the match, and he said that is so important for Jennifer to feel that confidence to consolidate her break. She knows she can break the serve of most of her opponents. He really said that he emphasized to her to concentrate on those first 2 points in every service game, not to play sloppy points.
Serena started a little bit slowly last night in the quarterfinals against Jelena Dokic, and Capriati is the kind of player you cannot afford to do that. And also, Capriati is a warhorse competitor compared to Dokic, who in the second set was a wussy competitor.
Just folded.
Love 40.
Points for a second break. Says she does not consider herself to be a slow starter, but she's off to a slow start again today.
Two of the best movers on tour. Capriati with her momentum just wasn't able to control that ball.
Serena that would win the point against most. But Jennifer Capriati has got some serious speed and determination. Watch this movement. This was the best point of the match. Capriati is up 2 breaks.
You're 34, sweetheart. You should be thinking about your future.
Mom, I've been investing.
Oh, please.
I bought EMI.
You bought EMI? You own EMI, the music company? Well, I am so proud of you.
You want a piece of my heart? Oh, baby, start from the start. You want to be in the show? Come on, baby, let's go. Everybody's working for the weekend. You don't know how many times I wish that I could hold you. Don't you make my brown eyes...
Ownership. It's for everybody. At Ameritrade, everything you need to trade, all for $10.99. Every online equity trade, no matter how many shares you buy.
Jam on it. I said jam on it.
Open an account at Ameritrade.com and get 25 commission-free internet equity trades. 80 million Americans have a share. Ameritrade. What's your share?
Number 1, Serena Williams, and number 3, Jennifer Capriati, for a place in the championship match to take on Kim Clijsters after Venus Williams had to pull out. Jennifer Capriati with 2 breaks of serve. Here's a look at the last point again.
I don't remember a match in a long time with so many great points in the first 3 games.
Pretty amazing. Both players really pushing each other to come up with some spectacular shots. And Serena did hit some great angles in that last rally, but Capriati, what speed, what quickness. She's so quick with that first step. Very explosive.
Thank you. Ready for play.
Oh, explosive. The serve came down at 97 miles an hour, and the return came back at about 108.
Serena said yesterday about Capriati that if she pushes her, that she's going to pick up her game no matter what. That's a direct quote. She needs to pick it up now. She has love 30.
$15.30.
Forceful forehand there from Serena to give her 2 break points to get one of the breaks back.
Yeah, 2 break advantage when it's just 3 love is very easy in women's tennis to get out of. Jennifer needs to be careful. Missed that shot, immediately went down to her strings. It's a trick that a lot of people tell you to do, to stay focused, stay on the next point.
Good point.
Serena, how about all these power serves now in women's tennis?
It's difficult to play against people who have big serves. And, I mean, if you had a great serve yourself and, you know, wouldn't have to worry about holding your serve so much, I think it's easier to play against people who are big servers. But I think my return game has always been one of my strongest parts. So it's something, you know, maybe when I'm not serving well, you know, I can compensate, you know, with returning well.
Okay, you translate that, please.
I think she feels the pressure because she doesn't get free points on her serve, to have to break all the time. And it is one of her strengths.
I think that's true, and I think she also makes the point that she can break anybody at any time, and she can, no matter how well they serve.
Serena's only won 6 points on serve so far, coming into the service game. Above 15, so that number holds. Volley that Serena Williams hits to end this rally. Jennifer Capriati going with a one-handed slice. It's the floater, so Serena comes in. Instead of hitting that traditional proper volley, it's the side swipe topspin on the move.
But she closed so well. So close to the net. It's her first ace of the match.
Second serve.
Serena Williams holds on. Still down a break. Capriati serve leading 3-2 first set. And we come back.
The ESPN.
Well, after the 3-love 2-break lead, now that Serena has one of the breaks back, this becomes a pretty big game for Capriati in this match. Capriati really couldn't start any better, and yet in the 6th game, if she loses this serve, it's all tied.
Smart serve by Capriati. She might not get a lot of free points, but if she can locate a few into the body of Serena, take some of those angles away. She's doing a great job so far with her first serve. But look at the second serve, winning only 20%.
That computes to 1 out of 5. Make that 1 out of 6. I mean, you can see the green light is on for Serena Williams on any second serve that Capriati serves down.
Inside out forehand by Serena on shot spot. Smack on the line. Another good jammer.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, 2 in a row on that deuce side, and that's a serve that you can go back to time and time again because no 2 jam serves are quite alike. You've got to make this sudden decision. Is it a forehand? Is it a backhand? Which way do I move? A lot going on.
Game point. Second serve. Capriati holds on, maintains the lead, 4-2. Our coverage of the Home Depot Championships presented by Porsche concluding tomorrow night. Live on ESPN, 9:30 Eastern, the final of this year-ending championship. It'll be Serena Williams or Jennifer Capriati against Kim Clijsters.
Serena thought one of Jennifer's balls might have been out, but had to continue playing the point, and what a lethal forehand on the run Capriati possesses.
That's the perfect angle to see that shot from the cross-court end of Capriati. You could see the topspin whip over the net.
Timing it beautifully, getting up to that kick serve. Serena expecting the cross-court backhand. Sets up so quickly to hit that easy forehand. Game point, Serena. Serena with a bit of a look down far into the court.
You can see one of the problems of their game is her usual powerful serve is not effective right now. Well below 50%.
Serve sometimes is only as effective as the returner will let it be. Game point.
But Serena does have one of the best serves, if not the best in women's tennis, that if she can get her timing going, she can really serve you off the court, no matter how good a returner you are.
Deuce.
Only 2 unforced errors for Capriati.
Again, Capriati cannot play any better. She can't quite shake Serena Williams. Would love to break here.
She's so set up than anybody in women's tennis, clearly. There isn't anybody who's even close, really, is there?
I don't think so. I mean, Davenport possesses a good first serve. Venus has a good first serve. But no one, I think, disguises it better. Can change it up as much as Serena.
You get a player like Alexander Stevenson, who was the alternate. She finished 17th of the healthy players. We had 2 injured ones.
Break point.
And Stevenson has a great serve as well.
So Jennifer Capriati will serve for the first set when we come back here to our live coverage of the 2002 Home Depot Championships presented by Porsche.
Saddlebrook Resort serves up tennis like no other place. The home of top players including Martina Hingis and Jennifer Capriati, and the official resort of the Women's Tennis Association. The Saddlebrook Center features 45 courts in every Grand Slam surface. Saddlebrook is the ultimate resort with 2 Arnold Palmer signature golf courses, the Super Pool, gourmet dining, and a luxurious spa. Saddlebrook Resort, 30 minutes north of Tampa International Airport in Pasco County, the official resort of the WTA.
Circle back to Cincinnati with those figures, you know. I'm worried about that.
Oh, no. It's off? Okay, I'll be right there. Guys, I gotta go.
I think we can achieve substantial work.
Winning almost 50% of Serena's first serves, which is very unusual. Here comes that only area of vulnerability for Capriati so far.
See how far to the right she threw that ball.
Yeah, and usually the second serves of those you at home know when you get that clutch second serve, you tend to throw it a little more behind you and to the left if you're a right-hander. Starts to wander, Mary Jo. Is that a sign of nerves from Capriati a little bit?
I think a little bit. I think she loses confidence when she makes 1 or 2 double faults. Starts fiddling with it a little bit too much.
Oh, that'll get her confidence back. 106.
Also gives her a set point. Cinderella story of Jennifer Capriati, could it be reborn here in LA? She wins the first set.
Fight off 4 match points, and Hingis would just get discouraged. She would get so fatigued towards the end of the match. But Capriati showing us the fight that we love to see. clawed her way back and just took it away in the third set.
Looked like for a while in the third set, Hingis might be forced to withdraw. The heat absolutely soaked every last bit of energy and heart from her. Jennifer Capriati, the stronger of the two, was there to defend her championship. Dad's excited.
It was one to remember, okay, as she hoists the first Grand Slam trophy of the year. Now in this game, first game, second set, 15 all. Capriati wins the Australian in January. Serena Williams in Sydney twisted her right ankle chasing down a drop shot, and so she had to pull out of the Australian.
Big break point right here for Capriati.
Big game for Serena. Wants to get a little momentum going. Establish herself on serve.
We haven't had to say that this year. Maybe one somewhere, can't think of where.
Another chance, break point for Capriati.
Here's the Capriati ball on the baseline. It just shows you the depth of her shots. She, more than any other player, tests that baseline.
Deuce.
After facing the two break points, she's found a way to get to game point.
Serena Williams holds on, one to her in the second set. Capriati winning the first 6-2. Our aerial coverage today, courtesy of Goodyear and its fleet of airships, which reminds you to take all of life's journeys on the wings of Goodyear.
That's the 10. I believe that's the 10 that will take you to Jacksonville, Florida. If you keep heading east, you can go watch Amelia Island if you're on your bicycle. Speaking of Amelia Island, John Eriks has been the tournament director there, and his dad, the owner of that tournament. And John Eriks has been the tournament director here. First year, any challenge, any tournament director, and he's been fantastic, very patient with everybody. And good job to him and his crew.
15.
Well, we talked at the top of the show about how many times these two go to 3 sets. Serena trying to get an early break here.
After Capriati had 2 chances to break in that first game on Serena's serve here in the second set.
Ooh, now trouble on serve right away.
Still not feeling comfortable out there, Serena. Looking tense, just committing to her shots a little too early. Not adjusting whatsoever.
16 unforced errors for Serena. She's got a break point.
Serena comes in. There was a little hesitation before closing in on that volley, but she finds the angle. Keeps that wrist firm, racket head up high.
Ooh, that's a danger sign for Capriati, that clenched fist. Different level of energy from Serena. She was right on that first serve. Serve in the second set. Serena Williams off her back foot, leaning backwards. Good athletic reach from Capriati, and Serena knows the line is wide open. Another bit of a clenched fist. Total change now in the complexion of this second semifinal.
Foot fault. Second one today. Caught a few yesterday.
She's had at least one in each of her matches this week. Big advantage to whoever wins the first set. Only 2 times has the winner of the second set gone on to win the match.
That happened the last time these two met at the French Open. Capriati winning that first set. The second set would go to a tiebreak.
The other time was the last time Capriati won against Serena, which is at the 2001 Wimbledon quarterfinal. 6-7, 7-5, 6-3 Capriati.
15. Have we talked about Capriati's eyes and the surgery that she had and is going to have?
We talked about it yesterday. Capriati having trouble seeing under the lights. She said the lights here have been very good, hasn't had the same problem, but she had surgery on her eyes a year ago. She's having a little bit more of a corrective eye surgery next week.
Something called a pterygium removed. A lot of people who play their tennis under the intense sun develop these little things in their eyes. I've been noticing that Capriati, a lot of times after she hits a shot, she will squint. Like she almost can't see the ball go over the far side of the net. Now that would be
focus almost.
That would be a real problem. You lose sight of it, like it's going into a fog.
Game to Serena Williams, off to a good start in the second set. She leads by 3 games to love. Capriati won the first 6-2. Capriati will serve and we come back together.
Now, on the Free Zone, channel 997.
See the Volvo Ocean Racing Series and take a behind-the-scenes look at the science of sailing and the unveiling of Volvo's new XC90 sport utility vehicle. Free Zone, Cox Digital Channel 997, where your remote controls more.
Last year, freestyle motocross raged in San Diego. But now the jumps are bigger, the competition is more intense, and the tricks are more extreme. Do you want to miss what's going to happen this year? IFMA Freestyle Motocross. The best riders are back. 40 feet in the air, flying like Superman on a dirt bike. Freestyle Motocross. November 16th and 17th. San Diego Sports Arena.
Three-time champion of this year-ending event, Monica Seles, watching. Did she give us some fun this week?
Come on, Monica, you're on camera. You should have sat up and looked pretty. And
she didn't know.
I know, of course. We were spying on her.
Seles over Davenport, and then a very good match against Venus Williams, but she lost it.
She thrilled us all week long. Seles, I think, is re-energized because of her performance. And there's somebody else who knows something about being re-energized. Billie Jean King. She's been like the ever-ready bunny for women's tennis for about 35 years.
And the Fed Cup captain and the Olympic captain the last few years.
Speaking of Fed Cup, that was not one of Capriati's brighter moments of the year. Billie Jean King, unfortunately, had a situation with Capriati in the springtime at the opening Fed Cup tie where they just weren't getting along and it was kind of a mess, and she was kicked off the team.
Getting into this match. They want to see 3 sets. It's almost a given when these two play.
Capriati led 3-love in the first set. Serena got back to 3-2, almost climbed back into the first set. Capriati's hoping for the same opportunity. Umpire has to quiet down some enthusiastic fans, which is what you want.
Insurance break for Williams in the second.
Serena's starting to really work the point better, taking her time, picking her moments. Working very hard during these rallies. And I think it's important for Jennifer now that she sees that Serena's picked up her game to start staying a little bit more aggressive. It's not good enough, I think, just to counter punch the whole time.
There was an example of a toss that was well behind her head.
Huge difference with Capriati coming back and holding on.
Porsche tournament summary. Leading the way is the news that Venus Williams is out of this championship. She had a lower leg strain. Kim Clijsters of Belgium who got to the finals of the French Open a year and a half ago. She is through to her first WTA year-end championship, and Capriati is in her first semifinal. That's hard to believe.
It really is. She's qualified many years.
Game was a big game for Capriati to hold on. If she'd gone down and she was down a break point, 4 games to love would have about sealed her fate in the second set. Now, it's still up for grabs. Finally taking control.
And even though Capriati won that point, you know, she was well inside the baseline. She hit a shot that should have been an approach shot. She thought about coming to net and then backed up. I don't like that.
Big first serve from Serena. So the advantage, the biggest advantage of having that huge weapon, gets you out of trouble. Taking her time.
Great job to just find a way to get that serve back. It was a 112 miles an hour into the right hip. Capriati had to step quickly to her left. Just get the racket face on it any way you can.
Break point.
She knows it was big. Did all the hard work getting the balls back and had the easy one.
But the warrior competitor in her means that right now she's ready to go again. Not only was it a football, but you can see, thanks to that loose net, that it's about halfway up the net.
Return serve by Capriati. She anticipated that second serve going out wide. Great cross-court forehand.
Great point again.
Lynn Welsh. Capriati evidently thought it was a net cord, or the net cord has actually gotten a little twisted at the bottom. They need to get a new net next year. That's going to be on my list of suggestions. You can't have a net where balls get stuck in it so much, or that pass through, so that there can be a confusion whether it's a net cord or a fault.
Another huge serve.
That time Capriati was leaning to her right. Totally got fooled.
Capriati needs this break for a couple of reasons. I just feel she needs to stay close in this set so that Serena starts to feel some pressure she hasn't felt much this year. And that's the pressure of having dropped the first set and things staying very close in the second set.
The big pressure point by Serena. I think winning so many titles and having beaten Capriati the last 4 times this year in close matches, she has that belief in the back of her mind that even though things are going tightly here, she's got it in her. It's that left foot of Serena that's hitting the line.
The back foot. Actually, the front foot.
Front foot.
Yeah, the front foot.
And finish.
Boy, that was a quick footwork. That didn't look like a normal footwork going into that serve at all.
Her weight was going backwards as she hit that serve.
Break point to get back on serve in the second. With some great stuff in these 3 chances that Capriati's had.
Living dangerously, hit one right on the baseline and then just unloads on the inside-out forehand. She's not holding back when she's down. There's the serve she wanted.
A 112 bruiser.
Long. She lost the first set against the hustling Jennifer Capriati. 4-1 second to Williams.
It's a beautiful morning.
Ask your doctor about Vioxx, a prescription medicine from Merck. And find out if Vioxx is right for you. Vioxx.
Circle back to Cincinnati with those figures, you know. I'm worried about that.
Oh, no. It's off? Okay, I'll be right there. Guys, I gotta go.
I think we can achieve substantial more penetration in the Pacific Rim.
That's awful. Really sorry, but I have to go.
The new Boxster. It is perhaps the perfect getaway car.
Guess who?
Hello? Hello, Mr. Storm.
The dreaded telemarketer.
It's Strom.
Telemarketers got your number? Get the Telezapper, and soon those annoying calls will just about stop altogether. Available at stores everywhere.
To be a pinch hitter, the job being performed by a host of anonymous practitioners of this sweaty-palmed, knock-kneed art, is to be a member of baseball's Breakfast Club. Talk to a major league pinch hitter and he'll offer this sentiment. As a pinch hitter, you have to work twice as hard as a regular player. All the while, they hope against hope that no matter how well they perform in this role, one fine day, they'll be released from it.
Serena Williams with a lead, 4-1 in the second. It's Jennifer Capriati has won the first.
Talked about pterygium. See the little mark right there and right there? Those are pterygiums on a pupil, and that's what Capriati is having removed in the next week. Very typical of people in the South. Right on the inside of her pupils.
From being in the sun so much, having to squint. You can see Capriati squinting in between each shot.
Like growing up in Baltimore, this was not a problem for me, but I hear it's painful. Can get uncomfortable.
Capriati wore contacts for many years.
And her record indoors the last couple of fall seasons has not been very good, but some of that might be just that she didn't grow up playing a lot of indoor tennis. She just never got used to it, whereas people who live in the Northeast or in the Midwest, it's like second nature.
But she definitely does not like being under lights during the outdoor season. Always giving her trouble. Wild miss there by Serena.
Serena's only lost 4 times this year, and I'm going to roll through a couple of scores in a minute of her 3 losses. One was a retirement because of the sprained ankle, so that one doesn't really count. But the other scores are amazing. Charleston in the spring, 7-5 in the third to Schneider. Justine Enna in Berlin, 7-6 in the third. And then Chanda Rubin in Los Angeles, 7-5 in the third.
That's the last match Serena Williams lost this year.
Still a long way to go for Capriati, but she does have the first set.
Game point.
After 2 bad misses on that backhand side on the return of serve, Serena comes up with a great angle. I think taking a little bit off of it, adding a little more spin for security.
That's really handy. The first ace of this semifinal for Jennifer Capriati, 6 to Serena. Any other?
Long, and it's deuce. Close.
Serena forces you to go for that extra something every time.
She was in total control. Again, the hesitation. She did not want to come to net. Instead, she's got to wait for this one to bounce. Serena's back in position.
She knows she should have won that point.
Ooh. Break point.
Well, this really is an extraordinary set because Capriati's had all sorts of game points to hold on to serve here. She's had 6 break points on Serena's serve in this second set, has not been able to capitalize. Mom and Dad look on.
Volley from the baseline. Amazing how much control she has of the ground stroke. Game point, Capriati.
Take a look at shot spot. Last shot from Serena. Capriati thought it was a very good call, and yes, indeed. Just out.
4-2, Williams.
Both feet off the ground. That was like picks up the cannon.
Look how she pulls the trigger. Compact backswing. Bam.
Her hips are faced the other way by the time she makes contact there with such force. Another one. Look at that footwork in the air. That was a little bit of a scissor kick, and then her foot. I mean, it's a very busy.
That's the weapon, though, that forehand. When she won her first major at the Australian Open, that forehand was on.
And it looks like she's decided to use it, bring it out, and she has got 3 break points.
What an intimidate. I've never seen Serena this year intimidated till that shot right there. Oh, you could see Serena give a little stare down the far side of the court.
Break point.
Second serve.
Capriati to serve, and we come back.
It's a beautiful morning.
This is my favorite time to skate. I guess it's from all those years of 5 a.m. practices. But it's also the time when the pain and stiffness of osteoarthritis can be at their worst.
Ask your doctor about ways to help relieve the pain of osteoarthritis. Call 1-888-MERC55 for more information.
Perfecting your strokes. Developing a game plan. Gaining the confidence to win the next time you step on the court. To be your best, call on the best. Take a lesson from a USPTA certified teaching pro. They stay on the cutting edge of teaching and playing as members of the world's most respected organization of tennis teachers. So get better, faster. Contact the U.S. Professional Tennis Association to find a certified pro near you.
You don't have to accept thinning hair or baldness any longer. There is a solution, a natural and proven solution that will restore your own hair permanently.
Call 1-888-783-HAIR right now, and we'll send you your medical hair restoration information kit. You'll receive this award-winning video or DVD free.
You don't have to accept your hair loss. Do something on the outside that will make you feel great on the inside. Pick up the phone and call the number on your screen right now.
On serve in the second, Capriati to serve at 3-4. She won the first.
Capriati now 1 of 8 on break points that she's held against Serena Williams, and this is the last break point, the last point of the last game. Look at this shot along the baseline. It was called out. The linesmen have been perfect all week long, but now we have a glimpse at shot spot, and guess what? They're human. They missed that one.
Double fault as Capriati starts poorly on her serve at 3-4.
2 doubles in a row.
Serena's expression saying, why do I waited so long? Break point.
effective serve throughout the match, the body serve. Serena keeps trying to hit it on the backhand. I think she should step around, slicing away from her. Try to hit the forehand instead. Another ball in the middle of the court. She chooses to hit the backhand. Jennifer can hold on after double faulting twice in this game. What a boost this would give her.
Yes.
And Serena's taking a little pressure off Capriati since Serena had the 15-40 advantage. You don't always get that. That's one of the reasons why Serena's #1, having only lost 4 matches this year.
Errors from Serena Williams, and we're even in the second set. First set to Capriati. You've seen the best in women's tennis here all week, and we'll have world's top men. The Tennis Masters Cup from Shanghai, China. Coverage beginning Tuesday, ESPN 2 at 6 a.m. Leighton Hewitt will take on the #8, Albert Costa, and then at 1 on ESPN, Juan Carlos Ferrero, Spain, Roger Federer, Switzerland. Coverage continuing all week through the final next Sunday. And who will be #1? Stefano Capriati saying, yeah, baby.
Great comeback in the second set.
Wrong accent, Cliff. Get your Italian honed up. This has been a fascinating set of tennis. It looked like it was all Serena. And Jen, because of that warrior mentality, that competitive stubbornness, battled back.
Now it's such a fine line for Jennifer. Serena's made some unforced errors. Do you just get the ball back, make her play, or do you expect her to raise the level of her game like she did on that last point and stay more aggressive?
It was a 117-mile-an-hour bomb that Capriati tried to meet with one of her big return swings. Was understandably late with it.
Serena Williams will be #1 at the end of the year, no matter what the outcome of this event. Shanghai next week, #1 at stake. Either Andre Agassi or Leighton Hewitt. 30-15.
Wow. Returning the favor. Couple double faults. 6 now, matching the number of aces.
That is such good. You sense that Capriati would rather be receiving than serving. She's got a break point.
she won that point. She's doing a lot of shaking of her head. She shook it in a negative fashion before that second serve, and even after hitting that winner.
"31 unforced errors to 14 for Capriati." That'll make you shake your head. Game point.
Very seldom see her take this much time between first and second serves.
Serena holds on. She has a 5-game-to-4 lead in the second set. We're live at the Staples Center in LA, semifinals.
Today we're going to see how a customer order turns into their perfect PC.
All the orders come in here. Don't forget the website. I mean, all the orders come in either here or the website.
I put it all together. Big old hard drive, extra memory for performance, CD burner. Don't touch that. Every machine's a custom job.
They call you the customizer?
No, they don't.
After testing, I pack it up and ship it out. An award-winning 24/7 service and support goes with it.
Happy trails, little buddy. Hope S. Jackson gives you a good home.
Get America's favorite PC, like this Dimension desktop for just $5.99 after a $50 instant savings, featuring an Intel Pentium 4 processor for awesome performance for today's digital entertainment, recording music, sharing photos, gaming, and beyond. Right now, you can get 0% interest for 6 months. Get great deals on notebooks, too.
Dude, we're getting another Dell.
Sweet! When you want your perfect PC, it's easy as Dell. Dell PCs use Intel Pentium 4 processors.
Earlier today, first semifinal, Kim Clijsters against Venus Williams. And Venus Williams from the start was looking very unhappy. She had a sprained muscle in her leg, and you can see her mobility was severely restricted. Afterwards, here's what she said.
Basically, I twisted my ankle during the match against Monica. And, you know, at that point, I just twisted it and I kept going. There was no problem, and I didn't really feel the effects until last night. I was just sitting in bed and realized that my leg's hurting. I just wanted to try to see if I could, to see what I could do, basically. Of course, this is a championship. I've never won or even been in the finals here, so that would have been nice. But for me, it's just mostly my health, and I don't really like to play in pain. My dad never encouraged it, and I'm really not accustomed to it.
So Venus Williams is out. Kim Clijsters is in the championship, waiting for the winner of this match. Serena Williams here, love 15 again. And now love 30 on Capriati's serve.
We think Kim Clijsters might hang around for a bit of practice late in the day. She really didn't get the workout she thought, and this would be the biggest title of her young career. Ton of pressure on this second serve. Love 30, 2 points away from losing the set.
Set points, 3 of them out for Serena.
This is what champions do. They raise the level of their game when they need to. Remember, she faced the break point at 4-all.
Saying that from the beginning. It's got to go 3. Got to go 3. It's going 3. We're live at the Staples Center.
It's a beautiful morning.
Ask your doctor about Vioxx, a prescription medicine from Merck. And find out if Vioxx is right for you. Vioxx.